thing. All you bitches best to know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you after dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow you. So I let them hang when I pull this thing. All you bitches best to know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you after dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow you. So I let them hang when I pull this thing. All you bitches best to know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you after dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow you. pull this thing. All you bitches best to know my name. No, but in you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you after dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow you.
Relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Happy what is today? Tuesday? Damn, I got the days mixed up, bro. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Jay and Cannon. I am Cannon Hotep. Got my man Jay Pylon in the building with me. What's going on, Jay?
What's good, Cannon? How am I doing? Coming in good, clear?
Coming in loud and clear, bro. Coming in loud and clear. Man, so how was your holiday?
Man, doing good. I got the babies all their stuff that they wanted. It was just kind of relaxed over here. My mom came down with a little something too, so we had to watch out for her. So she was here with us, and then that was about it. Let the kids get into their gifts, because that's why I love watching the babies get into their gifts.
Yeah, boy. My kids, they broke pockets, bro. They broke the pockets. They don't understand the value of a dollar. These kids don't understand the value of a dollar, bro. My daughter asked me for money to go to the mall tomorrow. I said, girl, if you don't get out of my face, if you don't get out of my face. These teenagers, man, these teenagers are ridiculous. I don't think I was ever like that when I was a teenager. I don't think I asked for a whole lot of shit. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm not mistaken, I didn't really ask for a lot, because my father made sure I had, when I turned 14, when I was 14, job.
Oh, yeah.
Job. I filled out that little yellow piece of paper, that work permit. Y'all remember that little yellow work permit? I don't know if y'all had to have that.
Oh, yeah. I think we had something similar out here in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I had that little yellow work permit, boy, and it was a wrap. That was it. My father was like, nah, bro, you was of age, you want these expensive shoes and stuff like that? Yeah, you gonna get them yourself. Here's your job. So my first job was Shoe City. I worked at a shoe store for my first job. I refused to work at like McDonald's or something like that. I was like, nah, I'm gonna work somewhere where I can get a real benefit. So I worked at a shoe store since I was a sneakerhead when I was in high school, yo. Like
discount.
Discount. My discount was 40%.
Oh, it's good.
My discount was 40%. I got the 10% off. What was it? It was 20% off for being an employee.
Yeah.
Then I had the 10% Shoe City card, right? Then I got another 10% off for being an honor roll student. I was hitting them over the head, boy. I was hitting them over the head.
Yeah.
Jordans came out. How much is those? $120? Take that 40% off for me, please. I appreciate it. Shoot, you couldn't tell me nothing, boy. I had all the Air Force Ones. I was looking like Nelly out there, goddamn motherfucker. I was stomping around in my Air Force Ones.
You worked in the mall, huh? On my first.
Well, no, it was like a standalone store.
With the newspapers, and I wasn't delivering them, but was like selling like newspaper sales, like telling people to purchase a newspaper.
Okay.
And then giving out like gift cards and stuff like that. So I went around doing that, gift cards and newspaper sales was my first thing.
Yeah, that was it. And then my second job, I was like not a sales, but like a customer service. I don't know what you call it. Like I worked for After Hours Formal Wear. So, believe it or not, I used to look like something. So, they had me. I would model the clothes. I would have to go to these bridal shows. I had to stand next to these overbearing brides, these bridezillas, and they would make me stand next to them in these suits so they could see what I guess their husband might look like. As I'm only 16 years old at the time, you know what I mean. But I also worked in the store where I would just rent people tuxedos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shoot, drop in the chat, yo. What was y'all first job? What was y'all first job when y'all was coming up? You know what I mean? When you first started working, what was your first job?
No, back then, cause then, like when I was 18, when I turned 18, then my dad wanted me out, so I went and got my own place and stuff like that. When I hit 18, then I started working 2 jobs. You gotta have 2 jobs to maintain when you're on your own with it when you're young. So I started working 2 jobs. I had 2 places in the mall I was working at, and I think 1 place after night at nighttime. But I never did mess with the McDonald's or Burger King and all those things. I did help with like catering, but that was that.
BMW says NYC working papers was blue. Oh, okay, so you had the blue work permit papers. Oh, all right. So
Blue work papers?
Yeah, so he said that. So our work permit papers was yellow. Saw says 40% off Cannon. It was crazy. Cannon was out here balling in high school. Yep, I had the Maurice Malone jeans. I don't know if y'all remember Maurice Malone. I had the Maurice Malone jeans. They sold Jabot jeans back then. Bruh, I was fly, son. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was getting flight posits back when flight posits was like 160. You know, they say knock that 40 off that 160. The phone posits, or we call them the dopes here in Baltimore, the phone posits, the pennies. They was like, they wasn't even 200 back then. It was probably 160, like just like the flight posits. Still get them, knock that 40% off. Jordans knocked that 40% off. Boy, I was balling. You couldn't tell me. Now it's fresh. Boy, I had a new pair of tennis shoes every week. Every week. Anyway, let me see. Saul says his first job was getting that grunt work in for FedEx. The man will say he the only one who started in food. He said, where can I sign up to work at Cannon Hotep Modeling Agency? Hey, that was a whole 100 pounds ago. A whole 100 pounds ago. I actually looked like something in high school, guys. Y'all want to see what I look like in high school? I'll show you what I look like in high school. Let me see if I can't pull that up. I think I got something. I had the Batman jaw and shit. They used to tell me, my friends used to be like, yo, got a Batman jaw. Let me see if it's up here, if I can get it. I might not. Oh, man. I might not be able to. Let me see. I know how to do it. Hold on. But yeah, I actually look like something in high school. The funny part is, like, in high school, I was like, I don't know what people see. Then when you get old and fat, you're like, all right, I kind of can see what everybody see. I used to see. Oh, man. I'm serious. I was a nerd, too. I was a nerdy guy. I was a nerd that just so happened to be a really good football player. To be honest with you. I was a nerd that just happened to be a really good football player. That's it. Yeah, here we go. So I'm going to do this. All right. Anyway. See, what year you come out of high school?
Would you ask me a question?
Yeah, so what year you come out of high school?
I ain't telling nobody nothing.
Jay said, I ain't giving up my age. I came out in 2003. I'm a young buck. 2003.
Internet streets don't need to know nothing.
I am 38 years old. I'm pushing 40. I'm almost 40 years old. I'm just happy I still got a hairline, boy. I'll tell you that much.
Good.
I'll tell you that much. Oh, why am I doing it like this? But yeah, so like, anyway. My bottom line is my daughter need to get a job. My daughter need to get a job. That's the bottom line, yo. My daughter needs to get a job, bruh. Straight up. Cause she just thinks she entitled, bro. She thinks she's supposed to get it all. And I don't mind giving it to her because she do get good grades. She does well in school. She does well in dance and all that other stuff. But sometimes she be lazy, yo. She don't be trying to do what she's supposed to do around the house, and I don't like that. You know what I mean? So she got to face the music and face the punishment on that one. So, like, she want to go to the mall. First thing I said was, what that room look like? She was like, never mind. And I didn't mean to do it like that, but you got to do what you got to do.
Our mall out here is just about finished. I don't think anyone goes to the mall out here anymore.
Oh, word? No, we got like
it's gonna be shut down pretty soon. I'm sure. I don't even know how it's still even open. I don't think there's anything even in there.
Yeah, so like our mall, like we got a couple malls here. We got like Columbia Mall. I think that's where they want to go. We got Towson and Arundel Mills. I think they the only like 3 malls that we really have here in Baltimore or in Maryland. They got some malls in the Wichita Falls, which is nearby Texas to us, and also the Oklahoma City. They got little malls up there, so we always we take a little trip up there sometime. Oh, okay. There we go. Check this out. Oh man, here we go. That was your boy playing football. I think this was like my junior year of high school right here. You see that Batman jaw? You see the jaw? You see the jawline? I was 195 pounds, boy. 195 pounds back then. Let's see.
Your brothers are still playing, aren't they?
Yeah, my brother's still playing. That's me and my sister right there.
Yeah.
I was what? I think I was 15. I might have been 15 in this picture.
Yeah.
I had on some Maurice Malone's that day. You should have seen it. I was doing it that day. And then
better times.
And there go right there. That was a prom picture. I think that was at somebody's. That was at somebody's senior prom. I might have been a junior at somebody's senior prom.
Oh yeah.
But I used to have to wear that stuff all the time. Yeah, y'all see the long coat. Coat go past my knees. I forgot what they called it. I think the girl who I went with, her mother called me the Great Gatsby.
Yeah, there you go.
Again, y'all see that Batman jaw? You see the Batman jaw? They used to say, yo, you got that. Why your jaw shaped like that? I'm like, yo, leave me alone.
Back in the 2000s, huh?
Back in the 2000s.
Better times.
Before
the dark times. What we got going on right now.
Well, yeah, before we got going on right now. I think we was fresh into the Patriot Act back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, like for me, I was like, oh no, this is gonna be bad news with this Patriot Act business. This is the beginning of the end. But we were still enjoying ourselves back then. In the a lot of people would say the Nelly days, huh?
Yeah.
The long chain, people running around with the Band-Aid underneath their eye, and
I definitely had some long, extra long T-shirts. 3X tall. Them 3X tall T-shirts they used to wear.
Did you have the Fat Farms?
Yeah, we had Fat Farm, but it wasn't really like Fat Farm was like jumping for the girls. Like,
what about the Bathing Apes?
The only thing we had Bathing Ape, but that shit was expensive. I wasn't buying no Bathing Ape. I ain't have it like that. We had Billionaire Boys Club. That was jumping back when I was in high school. The Pharrell joint. Yeah, we had quite a few things. Carl Kanai for a little bit was doing this thing.
Did you have the MySpace page back then?
Yeah, I had a Black Planet page back then.
You had the Black page?
I had the Black Planet page. Shit, we got to make Black Planet great again, boy. We need to make Black Planet great again. That's what we need to do. Get away from.
Did you ever hear that?
All of that.
In her top 8, that song called "In Her Top 8" on MySpace?
No, I don't remember that.
The MySpace song.
No.
I'm in her top 8 on Show This MySpace. Later on tonight, we're gonna touch base. Let me know in the chat if you heard it.
I don't remember that joint. The G Unit shoes, K-Stacks of the G Unit shoes. They wasn't jumping in here in Baltimore. The G Unit, like the tank tops. Yeah, like the shoes wasn't jumping, but the tank tops was jumping. Everybody wanted that 50 Cent. When 50 Cent dropped, I think 50 Cent dropped my senior year. Everybody wanted the tank tops. Everybody wanted the tank tops, yo. I had a couple of them tank tops too, you know, because I was fit. I was jacked in high school, so I had the tank tops on and shit. Walking around with a do-rag sometimes.
People were going crazy over that 50 album. Remember the album that came out with the bullet hole in the cover and stuff? We had so many people like were running around with bootlegs of that album trying to sell it and stuff like that because it was so hot. And they would sell some copies of it too.
Sauce said he first heard about Black Planet from the Paul Wall song "Internet Going Nuts."
Oh yeah,
See, we were here and everything.
We were here in the South when everything was blowing up, chopped and screwed back then too. I mean, that was at the end of the end of the DJ Screw era and the beginning of the Chameleonaire and Paul Wall and all their run.
Mike Jones, who?
That was real big out here in the Oklahoma streets. And 50 was big, but they didn't really have his clothes like that out here. They had like some Cash Money clothes and stuff like that was being sold around here.
Oh yeah, we had Jabot jeans. We were doing the Jabot jeans back then too. Emmanuel says, "Man, can we not bring up the do-rag phase?" Yeah, you had to put the do-rag on, but you ain't want the line right, so you had to flip that shit inside out so the line would be out, and then you had to tie that shit around. But then when you took the shit off, you still had the lines on your fucking forehead. It was, I remember the do-rag phase, bro. Do-rag capes. Yeah, I remember the do-rag capes. Now if you see a nigga with a do-rag cape on, he's selling you loose cigarettes, so you gotta be careful. DMW says Black Planet was an awesome dating site. I met an actual girl. I used to date this Haitian girl that went to Howard back then. I met her on Black Planet. I met two girlfriends on Black Planet. They came for me though. Like I said, you know, Ken and Hotep actually looked like something back then. They was in my DMs back then. I was like, what's going on? Let me stop before my wife punched me in the face. She probably watching right now. No, but yeah.
Clean this up.
But yeah, man, it's those was good times, high school and stuff like that, man. I'll tell you that much. I don't think I'll go back though. Some people like, would you go back? Like, nah, I wouldn't go back to high school. Everything happened for a reason. If I went back to high school and changed certain things, I probably wouldn't have my kids. You know what I'm saying? I said Haitian. He gonna say Cannon dated Kamala Harris. I said Haitian. I ain't say Indian. Oh man. But yeah, I was like, no, I wouldn't have my kids or nothing, man. Nah, I wouldn't go back. Anyway, I'm happy everybody had a good holiday. Yo, how cold did it get by you?
Oh, the first 2 days was miserable. They got super cold, so they were freezing, and it was rough. Well, I think it was like 10 degrees. It went down because there was wind too, and there was some snowflakes and stuff like that flying around. Wasn't too bad, but the wind chills just kept getting bad. Like it got really freezing cold outside, and we could feel it in the house. But the past 2 days, it got warmed up to around 50 degrees or something like that, 50, 60. So we're doing okay right now.
Jimmy Doss over on Rumble said he was a furniture mover. I hear that, Jimmy. Get that
man,
good old fashioned grunt work. He said he was out in 2005. So Jimmy came out 2 years after me. Handy Bob said 80s was the best. Iron Man says late 90s, early 2000s, where it was at. I was in between all of that shit, right? Iron Man says South Pole. Tommy Hilfiger was big. Yeah, that definitely was in my closet. South Pole, I had some South Pole stuff. But the Tommy Hilfiger, the polos, they was big. The polo, short sleeve collar shirts. The polo polos. I mean, Iron Man says, get J Paul on the members only jacket. I had a members only jacket. In like elementary school. I used to take my dad's members only jacket and wear it to school. Shit was way too big. Just still wore it anyway. He had an 8-ball jacket. Everybody parent have an 8-ball jacket. did everybody's parents have an 8? I used to have cross color. Remember cross colors? You don't remember cross colors? It was like this clothing brand, yo. And like
it was called cross colors.
It was called cross colors. Yeah, so it was popular like back when, ironically, crisscrossing them was popping. They this shit called cross colors. Everybody, all the black folks wore cross colors. And my father got this picture of me. I thought I was fly as hell in my cross colors outfit. Me and my sister. I got on some Reebok Classics. She got on some Filas. I want to say she had on some Grant Hills or something. I can't remember. Or some Jamal Mashburns or some shit. I can't remember what she had on her feet. Man said his mother had an 8-ball jacket. Let me see.
Man, so I'm looking it up right now, and we did not have this out this way. No, I don't recall seeing any. I don't recall seeing people with this out this way.
Iron Man says, he says my dad is an old Mexican dude. He did not have an 8-ball jacket. Oh man. Anyway, let's get into this. So check it, right? I'm working and I'm listening to the news and stuff today. And I didn't really realize what was going on in New York, in Western New York, right? Until I look at the news, and I'm sitting there like, damn, New York got hit like that. Because, you know, Buffalo get hit, right? They always have a harsh winter for the most part because they got that lake effect, right? Because they up there. So I'm like, damn, they got walloped. So then they said 28 died over the weekend in the storm. I'm like, shit. I would think of all places like Michigan and like parts of New York, like Buffalo, would be prepared for some shit like this because they get it a lot, right? But I guess this was some shit they hadn't seen, right? Then you got Texas. Texas gets their ass handed to them by like a fucking, I don't even know what you call it. Like, I think their temperatures dropped all, what was it, Sauce? They dropped all the way down to like 15 or 14 degrees. They had water heat. I didn't know people put they had their water heaters outside. Like, our water heaters in the basement, right? The way I got mine strategically placed is that shit is right next to the sump, just in case that motherfucker go. It's in a pan. That pan drains right into my sump, so that shit don't flood my basement. But a lot of people, including here, because it got to 4 degrees on Christmas Eve, right? It got to 4 degrees that Friday as well. And I was like, yo, I ain't never been this fucking cold. Like, my hands hurt. Like, if I got out the car for more than like 3 minutes, my hands were like ice. I was like, what is that shit? Ain't feel good, boy. I got violated. My entire outfit, my entire like work uniform got violated, bro. Like, I had on like long johns and stuff like that, but that fucking wind straight molested me.
Can't do it.
That wind molested me, bro. I was like, I sound like a girl. I'm falling like a white lady in a scary movie trying to grab for the handle of the truck, trying to get my ass back in my truck. It was freezing. Yeah. So anyway, so get back to it today. I'm like, man, I would think that New York and like Michigan and certain places would be prepared for this, right? But they weren't. Like, I got called from my cousin. He was like, yo, you got to shop that because my pipes just burst in the basement. I'm like, damn. And then my brother, he said he was at his mother's house. Her fucking, she lived in like some condos downtown, right? And the roof caved in her kitchen because the apartments above her, or the condos above her, started flooding because the pipes burst. Right? I'm like, damn. So I'm like, it was that cold. So I figured I'd come on and I'd talk about some of the things you need to do to prepare for the cold. Not only prepare for the cold, right? It was so cold that the infrastructure was getting knocked out.
Right.
What'd you say?
Nah, I'm just listening to you about the infrastructure getting knocked out, and I was looking at the cold weather pictures. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Those joints is freezing.
Bruh. So check it, right? So I'm sitting there like, I kind of touched on it a little bit on Christmas, but
yeah.
I'm like, so maybe I should do a video or a stream on what you need to do to prepare yourself for the cold. Not only for the cold, but for when the lights go out because of the cold. right? We had high winds. You know what I mean? Infrastructure just couldn't handle it. You can see Texas's infrastructure couldn't handle it, right? We still haven't. We was like, I think up until yesterday, we were still having blackouts all over Maryland because of the weather. You know what I mean? Then you got New York, where people were getting stranded at home. People stranded in their cars, not prepared, right? I know they said it was one girl. She was a young girl. She died in her car. She died in her car because, you know, she got stranded in her car or whatever. So I figured we jump on here tonight and just go over some shit, you know what I mean? And we can just brainstorm. And, you know, everybody, you can always pitch in the chat. If you're new, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon to let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share this stream. Let people know we live. Let people know we live. If you over on Rumble, hit that plus button, man. If you want to donate to the channel, Rumble rants and super chats are always best. It's the best way to get your thoughts heard. If you want to donate directly, $ Cannon Hotep on Cash App. I appreciate it. Every little bit goes back into the channel. For example, I got this beautiful stream deck that is helping me navigate this stream right now. I ain't got to keep clicking on my mouse and finding shit. I can just hit a button and look at this. Watch this. Boom, I just hit a button. Damn, and then we right here for the commentary, and then I just hit a button. And then that shit go back there. I ain't got to find nothing on my soundboard. All this shit is in this little stream deck. It's great, you know, and it all, you know, from viewers like you, and I appreciate you guys.
it's getting slick, huh?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So before we get into it, right, let's go take a look at this video from let's see this. What in the world wasn't it? Jumping. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, we'll do it like this. All right, let's go. So we're gonna look at this from the New York Post. We're gonna look at this article from the New York Post, guys.
A lot of people still without power. At last check, around 5,000 customers here in Erie County were without power as crews try to get the lights back on. And unfortunately, at this hour, we have 27 deaths confirmed here in Erie County. That's according to the medical examiner's office. Now, these deaths occurred in a number of different ways. Some people were found in cars. A lot of people died of exposure. Some people had heart attacks while they were trying to shovel out their driveways or their sidewalks. And then in some cases, ambulances simply were not able to make it out to people's homes because just the roads were simply too bad.
Sorry about that. Why didn't it stop playing? Stop.
So there was a
Sorry about that. 9 tornadoes touched down in Texas. When did that happen? All right, so let's keep it moving. So from the New York Post, death toll from historic winter storms reaches 60. As up to 9 more inches expected in NY. So they get 9 more inches of fucking snow. Now, I was never one of the people that wanted a snow day, right? Maybe when I was a kid, but when you get an adult, they fuck the snow. I don't want no snow, right? Because I got to go work in that shit. And I know. Everybody's like, oh, we want snow days. No. Because you know why? Because I got to go work in it. And then I feel bad when I'm driving in my truck that don't get stuck. And y'all dumbasses out on the street. And your fucking your Audi Quattro that sit 2 inches off the ground, you think you can make it because it's 4-wheel drive, and you get fucking bottomed out, and I gotta help. I gotta help you because I feel obligated to, because I feel bad. Because you couldn't stay your ass in the house, but you wanted your snow day. But I digress. The ferocious winter storm that gripped most of the U.S. over Christmas weekend has killed at least 60 people in snarled travel during one of the busiest travel periods, with Southwest Airlines canceling almost 2/3 of its flights Tuesday. Spanning from the Great Lake, Jesus, I sound like I'm Asian, from the Great Lakes near Canada to the Rio Grande on the Mexican border, the storm resulted in at least 60 deaths as of Tuesday morning, according to an NBC News tally. The facilities included 28 people who died in western New York. With forecast,
Fatalities. Oh, what'd I say? the facilities.
Oh my gosh, Jesus. Guys, please forgive me. The fatalities included 28 people who died in western New York. Well, forecasters predicted that up to 9 more inches of snow could fall through Tuesday. Damn. Emergency crews in the area have been working feverishly to rescue stranded residents, and officials warned the death toll could rise. We can see sort of the light at the end of the tunnel, but this is not yet the end. This is not the end yet. Erie County Executive Mark Poloncarz said at a news conference Monday, "We are not there." Jeez. In Buffalo, where 20 people lost their lives amid whiteout conditions, bodies were discovered in vehicles and under snowbanks, bro. Damn, look at this picture. Look at this shit. Like a forgotten city. That's nuts.
Snow got him.
Damn. That shit like a forgotten city, y'all. YV said they were at war with the rats. Bruh. So check it, right? Shit getting crazy, yo. We're in a crazy time. And I've been saying this, and this doesn't just go for, preparing for a nuclear or explosion or EMP and all this other shit. You should be prepared for anything that happens, right? Right? For example, weather like this, right? For weather like this, weather like you see in New York and all over the country, right? You know what I mean? Like, look at this picture. Look at that picture. Like, that's crazy, bro. Could you imagine having to walk in that?
There's a lot of stuff going on. Nah, I don't want to walk in there. I'm not going out. I'm not stepping out in there.
So check it, guys. Relax and take notes as I try to give you guys some guidance on, how to navigate something like this. All right, because we lost power too on Christmas. We were at my mom's house, fortunately, and we was hanging out with her. And when I got the notice that we lost power, by the time we got home, we had power again. But I was prepared just in case. So for this particular instance, guys, you got weather like this. You need to have. Let's start with the car, because they found a lot of bodies in cars, right? Let's start with the car.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt to have a get home bag in your car or a utility bag in your car. I have one in my truck, right? Seeing this make me want to get a couple more, right? So your get home bag should include, right? We'll go through what I have in mind. I have those little foil blankets that's supposed to keep you warm, right? I have water, right? I have matches. I have food. I have first aid. I have something to start a fire if I need to start a fire, right? I got everything I need that should I need to survive in my car overnight, because it's not safe in weather like this to run your car, right? You got to keep your tailpipe, if you're going to run your car, you got to be prepared to keep your tailpipe clear, right? You don't want the snow to build up around it. And next thing you know, you done fell asleep and you ain't wake up, which I'm pretty sure is what happened to a lot of people, right? If they didn't run out of gas and they froze to death. So you want to have a blanket, guys. Get it. First off, get your get home bag, right? You can go to Stealth Angel. We went over this before. You can go to Stealth Angel and get yourself a bag. Matter of fact, let's pull up Stealth Angel right now so you can see what's in the bag. This is not a paid promotion. It's just what I use, right? It's a great base to use. Let me see. So let's just say you're a family of 4, right? Let's go family of 4, right? So check it out, right? Let's just go here. Boom. 4-person emergency kit, survival bag, 72 hours, right? So this is survival for 72 hours. So you got these little Rice Krispie treat things. that are each bar is 3,200 calories.
Oh,
Right, some dense nutrition there. Right behind it, you got water in these bags. You see the foil blankets right here, guys? You see the foil blankets right there? Actually, what's crazy is them foil blankets are actually warm, right? Especially if you can get around a fire in them foil blankets. So what I would do, and we was talking about this earlier. Let's just say you stuck in. We'll get to that when we get to the house part. You got rain jackets. You got your ferrite kit and all that other stuff, so you can start a fire. Flashlight. My kit came with a radio that you can wind up so you can listen to whatever you need to listen to. You got first aid. You got gloves. And this is just a good bit. There go the radio right there and the flashlight with it. Potable water, but this is the portable water. It says Datrex or whatever. Then you got potable water. You got rope. You got everything you need. It gives you a good base of everything you need should you need it, right? So in this case, in this instance in the car, foil blankets would do you good to keep you warm, right? You got food and you got water if you needed to have water. Had a lot of people had these things, they might have been able to weather the storm until somebody got there to help them, right? Also, when the winter comes around, make sure you're layered up and try to keep some extra layers in your car, right? We all, whoever goes to the gym, you keep your gym clothes, right? You keep your gym clothes in a gym bag. Keep an extra gym bag in the car with like some extra long johns, another pair of socks, preferably wool socks. You know what I mean? Keep some, keep a pair of boots, a comfortable pair of boots that are waterproof or weatherproof. So, for example, right, my work boots that I work in, they're Red Wing work boots. They're insulated, right? They're insulated to some level. Basically, you put them bitches on, you don't feel the cold. You know what I mean? Get yourself some mucklucks. I don't care what you do. You know what I mean? Keep a good pair of boots that you can walk comfortably in and keep your feet warm. Should you have to walk in the snow? You know what I mean? But mostly, you need to make sure you got to stay warm. That's the biggest thing. So keep another gym bag in your car that got extra clothes in it, extra hoodies. You know what I mean? A big jacket, right? A lot of us don't want to ride around in a big jacket in our car. Keep the shit in your fucking trunk. Keep one on big ass. They don't cost that much, right? You don't need nothing expensive, right? You don't need nothing expensive. The Gap. I think I got my big ass coat from the Gap for like $50. Shit's super warm, and it's weatherproof. It's made of some material with it. If it rains, the shit just fucking roll off me, but I'm still warm.
Yeah.
Another thing is, like I said, is be careful. So if you're stuck in the snow, right? Let's just say it's fucked up out there, and you're stuck in your car. If you're going to run your car, make sure you got enough gas to keep the car on. And if you're going to keep your car on, you have to be cognizant. You can't just go to sleep. You got to be cognizant of where your tailpipe is in conjunction to where the snow is.
Yeah. Carbon monoxide.
Right. You want to keep that part of your car clear. So every so often you want to get out and you want to dig a little trench around your car or something like that to keep the snow away from the tailpipe. Because if the tailpipe gets congested, you get carbon monoxide into your car, and that's how a lot of people are succumbing to the weather. Right? Now, like for example, my truck is off the ground, right? Chris Priest seen my truck. It's off the ground, right? I got a 6.5-inch lift, and I got 35s on my truck. That truck's tall, right? So more than likely, I'm not going to have an issue keeping snow away from the tailpipe. However, I still want to keep a good distance between the snow and that tailpipe just in case, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also, you want to make sure you got gas. Don't be riding around here on E. Like, that's some risky shit, especially in like weather like this. You know what I mean? Because if you're vigilant and you keep an eye on it, you can keep your car running and survive until you get help. Now, let's go to the house, right? First First, let's recap the car. Let's recap the car, guys. 1, keep a full tank of gas, please. I know gas is expensive, I get it. But keep it as close to full as possible. That's number 1. 2, get yourself one of these bags. Get yourself one of these bags that you see on the screen, right? Oh, let me see something. I'm messing this up already. There we go. And all right, there we go. Get yourselves one of these bags that you see on the screen. You don't got to use Stealth Angel. You can make your own bag if you want to, right? I'm just telling you this one because it's a good base, right? So I got this bag and I built on this bag, right? $200. Okay, cool. You got a bunch of shit, or you can make your own, right? Hell, just go ahead, take a picture of it and see what they got. If you can find the shit cheaper, find the shit cheaper, right? Get yourself a get home bag or survival bag that's going to keep you sustained until you get help, right? Or until you make it home. Because you might have to ditch your car and hoof it. You know what I mean? And 3, keep an extra set of clothes and boots and a big coat in your car, especially when you live in these areas.
Yeah, got that winter storm coming up with that. You can get your duffel bag put together if you can't afford to get this whole $199.
Right.
Sean, you can get you something going with the duffel bag action, but get you to something similar with the hand warmers and the other things. Get them ready in the car ahead of time.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's little things, right? But keep an extra set of clothes, extra set of warm boots, and a big coat just in case you gotta hoof it home, just in case you gotta walk home, right? You know, I know people that prepare to even go as far as get like snowsuits. You know what I mean? Wow. You know, Carhartt makes them. You know what I mean? Or go get like those ski pants. Shit, I think they sell them in Walmart. You know what I mean? Like, that way, if it does snow, that shit just rolls off you and it keeps your clothes under you dry. So like I said, make yourself a bug out bag or get yourself a bug out bag. Keep warm clothes, keep warm boots, keep a warm coat in the car. Whether should you have to hoof it home or you gotta quote unquote weather the storm until help comes. Simple stuff like that, guys, can keep you alive. Period.
Yeah, you got these blizzards going on. You can't depend just on your vehicle. Like, then you got to double layer and have some extra backup just in case you get stuck or stranded if that tire goes out or whatever. Or one of those snowbanks. You get into one of those snowbanks and you can't get out of that drift.
Yeah, Handy Bob says he never goes below half a tank of fuel ever. Handy Bob said keep those hand warmer packs, wool blankets in your car too. You can buy warmers in bulk at Costco. They last 4 to 6 hours. That's true. He's right. I forgot about those. It actually comes in a pack too. The hand warmers, they come in this pack as well. But he's right. Costco sells those hand warmers, right? You can put them shits in your pockets or whatever. Keep your body warm. Keep yourself warm. He's right about that. Handy Bob says, when have you ever heard of them report that people are having heart attacks from shoveling snow? Mm-hmm. Could be that Fauci juice. Man. Queen D said that storm hit him at the wrong time. Money spent. Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do. Now let's get to the house, right? Because this happened here in Maryland as well. We didn't get no snow, but we got a hell of a fucking wind that came through here, and it got cold. It got fucking cold, bro. So check it. You in the house, you chilling, you all warm, you watching Christmas Vacation, or you watching Die Hard, because Die Hard is a Christmas movie, you savages. Die Hard's a Christmas movie. And boom, your lights go out. Now, here in Maryland, it was 4 degrees on Friday night. What's that? Oh, Christmas Vacation?
Yeah, see the Christmas Vacation cup I got from Kane, Raising Cane's out here, the chicken place.
That's my favorite Christmas movie. Dang. But, so check it, right? So, all right. Boom, the lights go out. Like I said, it was 4 degrees on Friday night here. Saturday night, it was 9 degrees. Right? And people were losing their power from between Friday and I think yesterday. Lights go out. It's fucking freezing now, right? Things that you should have in your house. One, I would assume everybody has blankets, right? You're at home now, so all your resources are there. You got blankets. Get all the blankets together, right? And gather the family in one room, right? Don't be spread out all over the house unless you got a home generator. Don't be spread out all over the house. Everybody confined to one room, right? Get all the blankets together. Get in that closet. Get some warm clothes on. Put on 2 pair of drawers if you gotta put on 2 pair of drawers. Double up the socks. Put a couple of hoodies on. Find your scullies. Put the scullies on. Put your gloves on if you got to. Put your shoes on if you got to. But the goal is to stay warm until the lights come back on. Now that you got that out of the way, that should be simple shit, right? Because you can dress for the cold. All right, you can dress for the cold. You at home. Now here comes, let's just say, I don't know. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Dress for the cold. Also, go old school. Get a kerosene heater, right? I heard somebody, one of the guys I was talking to today, he's like, yeah, no, I'm about to get me a wood stove put in my house. I said, damn, that's legit. Some guy was like, I'm gonna get a pellet stove. I said, but ain't pellet stoves, don't they run off electricity? What happened if you need the electric to run the hopper? He was saying it's a way to run it without the hopper. I was like, okay, if you can manually run the hopper, that'd be great. But get a kerosene heater, right? Tractor Supply sells kerosene heaters for $150. $150 for a kerosene heater. And back in the day, my dad used to have kerosene heaters to help heat the house back in the day. And them things get hot. They'll heat up a room. Get you some kerosene heaters, right? They sell the kerosene fuel at Harbor Freight Tractor Supply. I'm pretty sure you can get kerosene from certain gas stations still. But get yourself some kind of heat source that doesn't rely on electricity to keep you warm, right? If you got aluminum foil, like these aluminum foil blankets, or just you got some household aluminum foil in the house, hang that shit from the ceiling. Drop that shit down and make like a little barrier around you, right? Like you know what I mean? And you put that kerosene heater or whatever right there, and what happens is that heat, it reflects off of that foil and pushes it back out toward you, radiates the heat. That's just a little tip. You know what I mean? Just a little tip from Cannon Hotep there. You know what I mean? So, and I learned that off of one of them survival shows, right? The dude was talking about when he was building a fire, he did something similar to that to help the fire radiate off of, like, it was some rocks and some other shit he had, and it actually made it a whole lot warmer because he was bouncing the heat off of something that sent it back to them. So, like I said, got some aluminum foil in the house, make a barrier with the aluminum foil, put the heater or whatever right there between you and the aluminum foil, and that's just gonna it's gonna radiate and come back and keep you warm. But you want to get a heat source that doesn't run on electricity. Now, let's just say you got a couple dollars, but you don't got enough money, right? Because you got some people in my neighborhood got home generators, right? Them home generators cost like $14,000 to $16,000, right?
Man, goodness.
Yeah. So these home generators, they cost between $14,000 to $16,000, right? But there's a hack to it. You don't need to buy one of $14,000 to $16,000 generators. So this is what you do, right? Go to Home Depot, go to Harbor Freight, get yourself a generator, right? You got to make sure the generator has I forget what it's called, but it looks like the dryer plug in your house, right? You know how the dryer plug is, that's a different plug. Well, the generator has the same plug on it. So when you buy the generator, make sure it has the same plug on it, right? Now, you can either A, have an electrician come and put a dryer outlet on the outside of your house, or B, you can use the dryer outlet in your home, right? Now you would have to leave a window cracked or, a door cracked for you to run the cable from the generator to your dryer outlet in your house, right? But I think, for a couple $100, you have an electrician can put that joint in. And what happens is they have a specific cable that runs from the generator to the dryer outlet, right? That can backfeed your house with electricity. Right now, I would recommend like a 35 or 4500 watt generator. Handy Bob, let me know what you think. But I would say a 3500 to 4500 watt generator. I think I got a 6500 watt generator at the office, right? That should be more enough it should be more enough to light my whole house up. But what you want to do when you do that, before you start the generator up, before you plug this outlet in, right? You go downstairs, you shut off the main fuse or the main switch.
Main breaker.
The main breaker, thank you. And then turn off all the other breakers. Once you turn off all the other breakers, right? Once you turn off all the other breakers and the main breaker, you start your generator up. You plug the cable into your dryer outlet. Then you go downstairs and hit your main breaker. And then you only turn on what you need. Right? Now, the bigger the generator, the more you can feed. Like if you got a big ass generator, you might be able to run your whole heating unit in the house. But I doubt that a lot of generators can do that. Unless you got that cash. You just spent a couple grand on your generator. Right? But it can run a refrigerator. Right? It can run some outlets. Right? So you might just turn on your living room. You know what I mean? You might just turn on your living room, or you might turn on the bedrooms, whatever your generator can handle. And then you can run your electric heaters and stuff like that should you need to. The downside is you got to make sure your neighbors don't come take your generator from you. You feel me? Because most of these generators run on gas. Also, you got to make sure you got enough gas to run your generator. So keep a couple of cans of gas in your garage or wherever you can store some gasoline. So, that's another way to prepare for the cold winter blackouts that we just had. Right now, food. Always have like a tote, but a couple of totes full of like canned goods, guys. Have a couple of totes full of canned goods. I don't know, tuna fish, canned vegetables, canned fruit, whatever, canned beans. Keep some canned goods on hand. Keep like MREs, meals ready to eat. Keep some shit on hand for you to eat. Oodles and noodles. Keep some oodles and noodles. I don't give a shit if you can't cook them. Just eat the uncooked oodles and noodles if you got to. You know what I mean? Or
crunching them.
Or let me see. Or like these little bars that come with the survival pack. 3,200 calories in those bars. You can get them from Amazon. You can order them in from Amazon. You know what I mean?
We got the Patriot bags over here. You got those ones too?
Nah.
At my house, we got the Patriot bags.
I spent so much time preparing for the base that I got totes and totes of food and shit like that. But yeah, Patriot Supply. Yeah, I know you're talking about Patriot Supply.
Patriot Supply, yeah, it has Patriot Supply bags.
Now I am gonna get me some Patriot Supply, but I got enough stuff here for like canned goods. But I'm still preparing. Patriot Supply right now, a little out of my price range right now. You know what I mean?
And the potassium, what is it?
Potassium iodide. Oh, I did definitely get me a bunch of potassium iodide. Potassium iodide is for.
You need some?
No, I got a bunch of it.
I got some in here. I'll just double check with you.
Yeah, no, I got a bunch of it.
Cool.
Potassium iodide, you guys, if there was a nuclear attack, you want to take potassium iodide to keep your thyroid right, so you don't die from radiation poisoning or whatever. That's only if you know. But if it hits your city, then you just out of luck anyway. That shit gonna fucking disintegrate you. Anyway, Queen D makes a good point. Generator outside only, please. Please don't put your generators in the house. Please, because it's an engine. It's an engine. It's a gas engine. It has exhaust. You've been to killed everybody in the house on some Heaven Gate shit. Don't put your generator in the house. Don't leave it in your garage, please. I know some people that said they run a hose or something from their generator. out the bottom of the garage or whatever so the exhaust can escape. Let's not fuck with that. All right. Generators outside, y'all. Find a way to chain that shit up. Right? Most generators have a cage around it anyway. Chain that shit up to something that can't nobody take from you. Right? But yeah, please guys, generators outside. You know what I mean? But back to the food thing. Canned goods, guys. You can do Patriot Supply. Let me see how much these little what's the names cost on Amazon.
Let's see.
I guess that's what it's called. Let me see.
It's called Brothers.
No, it's just let me see. I don't know what the fuck they called. Let me see. Does it say? No,
do some MREs.
Let me see.
If you can find them, afford them. I know eBay should have them sometimes up.
I forgot how I found them before. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's some of it. Here's something like it. So here you go. So you got some shit like this. 400 calories. 3,600 calories. Bruh. And like some stale ass bread. I don't know if it's stale bread or whatever. So
Food ration.
So what is it called? Grizzly Gear Emergency Food Rations. 3,600 calorie bar vanilla pound cake. 3-day or 72-hour ready to eat supply for disaster, hurricane, flood preparedness. Non-thirst provoking. 5-year shelf life. That's not bad. That's not bad, guys. You just snack on that shit till they find you. You know? But yeah, Amazon has a lot of good, starter shit too, right? For like your bug out bags and shit. Like right here, you see, he got this foil blanket.
Foil blanket on, he's ready to go.
He ready to go. He said, "Fuck that dude. He just gonna starve." I'll share my food with you though until you pass out, and then I'm gonna eat you like that movie Alive. Oh man, that shit is crazy. Also, guys, you wanna. That's right, Queen. If you stay prepared, you ain't gotta get prepared. Also, guys, check it right.
Yeah.
The pipes bursting, right? The pipes bursting. Now it's kind of hard to it's hard to prepare for that, but there are some things you can do that could help, right? First off, insulate your pipes in your house, right? Insulate the pipes in your basement of your house. Okay? Most of the time when pipes burst, it's in like the basement because most of the time the basement isn't insulated, right? Now your walls and shit in your house are insulated, and you can't insulate the pipes in your walls of the house because you would take all your drywall down. But they're already insulated. They already have insulation around them. However, your basement, that's when most people's shit flood. Your basement doesn't have insulation. So you can go to Home Depot and get some insulation kits for your pipes. Insulate your pipes so they don't fucking burst. If you don't have insulation and it gets that cold like I did, I got to replace in the bathroom on the other side of this wall, I got to replace my float because the water just runs in the toilet. So I just turned that, and nobody ever uses this bathroom like that. So I just turned the toilet on and just let the water run in there. And then in the kids' bathroom and in our bathroom, I just let the water, I let it drip, right? I let it drip just enough to have the water circulating through the pipes. So I didn't have that issue. So if you don't have insulation on your pipes, leave like your sinks, dripping, or like the water trickling out. That way, the water is circulating through your pipes, and it's not just standing there and the pressure building up, and then boom, you got an explosion of water all over your basement. Right? Like I said,
pipes, man, it's hard to deal with. Really
hard to deal with, and a lot of insurance companies don't really mess with it. You know what I mean? So you got to be prepared for stuff like that. make sure your insurance company covers that shit, right? Make sure your insurance company covers that shit. You know what I mean? So, like for me, I got like sewer backup insurance and stuff like that. That's one thing my father said, make sure you get when you get a house is sewer backup insurance. All right? Because I heard some people that their pipes outside was freezing and bursting in the yard. And that's some shit that the insurance company don't really cover like that. You know? There you go, Joe Beard. Needle thin stream. That's exact. Thank you. I appreciate you. When you turn your water on, when I say to a trickle, that needle thin stream that comes out. That's what I'm talking about. That's enough that you can hear the water. You can hear the water circulating in the walls and shit or whatever. So exactly. I appreciate you, sir. But it's sad what happened to these people, man. It's sad what happened to these people. Now, if you're home, water shouldn't be an issue. You know, unless your pipes burst, then water is an issue. You know, but also for any type of situation, period, full stop, please make sure you get yourself one of these. You can get a Life Straw. Sawyer, they sell like something simple. They sell something similar to this, right? So you know, the Life Straw, how much is this? $10 for this Life Straw. And it damn near like filters anything out of it. You know what I mean? I have the Sawyer gravity joint, so I got
the zero water.
I got a zero water too when you said it. That zero water kind of does the same thing. Only thing I would do with the zero water is add a purification tablet to it after that. But that zero water does a great job of filtering a lot of shit out. But yeah, you see they have all sorts of options. Like I said, I have the Sawyer. Like, look at this shit. You know what I mean? Like the filter can filter out a lot of those contaminants and bacteria and all that other shit. So you can keep yourself alive, because the body needs water. Your body needs water. Let me see. I got Sawyer. Yeah, so I have one of these in my bug out bag right here. So I have this here in my bug out bag, or my get home bag. I have one of these. Right? I forgot how much water is good for. It's good for like some absurd amount of water. Rated for up to 100,000 gallons, this little thing. Right? So it's $18 for that. Keep that in your bag. They also have larger ones, which I also have in the house, you know, just in case, you know, something here happens. But make sure you got a good, adequate water source, people. Make sure. You need that to keep yourself alive. So. But what happened to those, you know, what's happening to those people in New York, and they about to get hit again with another 9 inches of snow, is heartbreaking and is frightening. Because there's a lot of people that's not prepared for this. You know, Buffalo sees some fucked up weather because, you know, what's they called, the lake effect. You got that lake effect that happened in the winter time. So they see some harsh weather. You know what I mean? We got Kid Gravity in the building. What's going on, Kid Gravity? But yeah, but they ain't never seen no shit like this. They ain't never seen nothing like this. Texas ain't never seen nothing what they got. They just got cold weather. But it's freezing everything down there. Hopefully it get warm down there for real. But yeah, and I heard you guys got some real cold weather too, but it seemed like y'all didn't really get anything too crazy. You know, like I said, we didn't get any snow here either, but we got some seriously cold weather. Yeah, Lake Erie, thanks Queen D. Yeah, but they got that lake effect up there in Buffalo, so it makes it 10 times worse. So, like I said, guys, be prepared. Be prepared. We preach preparedness. This isn't the first stream that I've done where we talk about being ready for the unknown or being ready for some kind of disaster. It don't have to be EMPs, right? It don't have to be end of the world shit. You know what I mean? Handy Bob says, by the way, when it's freezing outside and the power is out, put all your cold stuff in a cooler and close the lid. Put all your frozen stuff in the cooler and leave the lid open. Put them outside. Nature's refrigerator. Hey. He's got a point, because your refrigerator turn off. Food can spoil inside the refrigerator. Eventually the refrigerator is going to get kind of warm or whatever, or the food's going to thaw out in the refrigerator. But if it's that cold, it's 4 fucking degrees outside. Throw that shit in a cooler, put a lock on that cooler, and set that shit outside. Let that shit freeze up.
Do you have your venison meat and bison meat type of cooler ready? Your meat cooler? You got one of those already, or are you working on it next year?
Oh no, I got like you talking about like the plug-in?
Like the big old
chest
storage
freezer?
one for all your buffalo and your.
So I got one.
I got
one when I go hunting, and then I got a chest freezer. So I got a big cooler like when I go hunting, like when I went hog hunting and stuff. I got one of those big coolers that we took with us, and then I also got a chest freezer. So yeah.
What brand is yours that you're using?
Which one, the chest freezer or the
chest freezer?
I have no clue. I got that shit from Costco for like $100. I jumped right on it.
Oh, okay. I know some people do the Yeti and they do the other ones. So I was just wondering.
Oh, you talking about like the freezers you take in the woods and shit. Igloo. I just got some Igloo joints. These big ass Igloo coolers. That's the brand. Like I don't have no Yeti, but I was looking at some dude that kind of turned his Igloos into Yetis. He just put some spray foam inside his cooler. Like he drilled a little hole big enough for the for like this, the nozzle or the straw of the insulation can to get in, and then he just hit the can, and it filled up the cavity inside, in the Igloo, and then essentially he had a Yeti after that. I think that's the only thing that makes the difference with the Yetis is just their insulated coolers. Like they got better insulation than the ones you get from the regular store. So, let's see. But yeah, so I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything else that you guys should do to prepare for weather like this. Ration.
Good prep stream.
Ration. Don't let your little greedy crumb snatchers eat everything in the fucking house because they bored and there's nothing to do because the lights is out. Ration. Let them know how important it is that we ration this food. We ain't gonna have no 4-course meals until we come out of this. You know what I mean? I leave it up to my kids. I wouldn't have nothing. You know what I mean? So like you gotta be careful. Like, look, guys, we in a bad situation right now, but we're gonna come through this. Just listen to me and don't deviate and do exactly what I'm telling you to do. And we gonna be all right. Don't eat all the fucking canned fruit.
That's what I'm saying. The kids are gonna go running for the canned fruit and start eating all the.
Right, this other shit these ain't Rice Krispie treats, goddammit. There's 3,600 calories in that. Like, damn, that's a lot. 3,600 calories in one of them bars, bro. And it's pound cake.
Yeah.
Give me a little bit of milk. I'm ready to rock and roll. And here we go with these right here. Let's see. Yeah. Like, these right here, these are 2,300 calories per bar, 72 grams of protein per 24 pack. So hold on, is it per bar or per? Let me see. So we got 9 servings per box, 1 bar, 56 grams.
Goodness.
260. Go ahead.
$119.
265 calories per bar. Okay, so it's 3,200 calories per case. 265 calories per bar. So what was the other ones that we was looking at? These shits right here. Let me see. Yeah, 3,600 calories per bar. That's a lot. What the god damn? But it says 400 calories, so it's 9 servings per container. Serving size is 1 cookie. Oh, okay, I got you. It's got a bunch of cookies inside of the one bag. So, all right, I got you. Well, shit, I would go with this right here. Now, I know the ones that I got in my bag, it was like 3,200 calories per bar. So, $24 pack gonna cost you $119.
Mm-hmm.
So, damn. But it's, hey, 2,300 calories. You know what I mean? You gotta feed the family. You gotta make sure your family stay nourished. What is this? Oh, there's some fancy shit. They got oatmeal and shit. That's some fanciness right there. You eating like the Waltons.
Eating like the Waltons. They're talking John Boy over here.
Now I see like the burger mixes and shit like this, guys. I see it. But I'm just looking at little simple shit that you can get and keep yourself sustained for a while. Like shit like this. What is this? High energy bar. What's the nutrition facts on this?
Are you gonna have on the New Year's Eve TV show?
120 calories. I don't know. Are they still propping up? Casey Kasem? Is he still alive?
Yeah, Casey. Well, that's the Dick Clark, Casey Kasem. That kind of rocky New Year's Eve stuff's been over with for a little bit, but I think Ryan Seacrest was the heir apparent that took over those kind of things.
That is true. Yeah, he was the heir apparent.
I know they wild out over there on MSNBC and CNN with all those guys. They get to drinking and touching and stuff.
Yeah, they doing some extra shit over there. They about to do their eyes wide shut shit live on television.
Live on television. I keep it away from that channel, but I might check out one of the other channels and see what's going on with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I never really been I never was really interested in like the Rocky New Year's Eve shit. Like I never watched it. I never really cared.
Yeah.
Like, I think the only time I cared was in like Y2K. I didn't know if the lights was going out that night. Nah.
Well, Y2K got me into the gematria stuff. I said, "Oh my goodness, we got to figure this out before it strikes."
Matter of fact, like that Prince song 1999. I remember like being over a cousin house with my family. And they just kept playing that shit over and over and over and over again.
That's hilarious.
until it was time to count down. And then after the countdown, they played that shit over and over and over again when the lights didn't go out. Because everybody was panicked. And everyone's like, the lights going out, we should all be together and all this other shit. And like, oh, it's tripping. But, I was a young kid. I ain't know no better. I was scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they made a big deal out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. They made a huge deal out of it. They made people think that the fucking end of the world was coming.
Was Miley Cyrus related to Dolly Parton? It says Dolly Parton and Miley Cyrus are going to be hosting one of the New Year's parties.
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
All these Hollywood people are related.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Nepotism.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Every single last one of them. You come to find out, you be like, dang, they all related. How's this even possible?
I just think they all clones or something.
Bloodlines, doggone it all.
Yeah, bloodlines. Like I said, like sometimes you look at some of these.
I wouldn't put it past some of them being some doggone clones.
Like I'm serious. Though. Look at like who the kid that played Han Solo in the movie. He looked like Chris Pine and Brad Pitt put together. Like they took the best of Chris Pine and the best of Brad Pitt and made that baby, made that kid. You know what I mean? Man, like I'm dead ass.
What was that? The artificial baby chambers or whatever. They got the Matrix thing going.
Who? Oh yeah.
We're talking about the baby chambers.
Yeah, I think that's what they got going on. I'm dead ass serious. Joe Bear said if you got kids riding out a situation with you, some candy on hand can help keep them occupied and maybe curb hunger until it's time for food rations. Appreciate that. That's good knowledge right there. That's good knowledge right there. That is real good knowledge. But yeah, I mean, guys, just get prepared. We've been saying this shit to be prepared, right? Now I prepared for like the fucking the apocalypse. I thought the COVID base it's gonna be like Contagion. I thought we was about to be like Contagion out this bitch. And I didn't know what was going on, and then so I was just sitting there like, all right, let me just make sure I can at least keep everybody fed for like 2 months. You know what I mean?
We're gonna get to the point where it's gonna be next time on Jay and Cannon surviving the alien apocalypse coming soon.
Exactly. I was making sure all my arrows were sharpened. I had good arrows and good broadheads just in case one of them deer outside gonna have to catch a L. Man. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I didn't know, but if anything like this happens, there we go. If anything like that happens, I'm fairly certain I can bring my family out of it alive. And that's how you want to feel. You want to feel like when you hear that shit hit on the news, we about to get hit with a fucking apocalyptic storm. You be like, I'll be all right. I'm ready. Let's get it. Bring it on. You know. So, just to recap, guys. If you're stuck in your car in the winter or whenever, have a bug out, have a get home bag. Have a bag prepared that you can just go in your trunk and grab that shit and you can make it home. Right? It's going to have a knife in it, it's going to have food, it's going to have water, it's going to have a compass or some shit. If y'all know how to use a compass. A lot of y'all don't know how to use no compass. Y'all rely on Google Maps or Siri. You know what I mean? It's going to have everything you need to make it home. Right? That's why it's called a get home bag. If it's in the wintertime, have a separate duffel bag in the car with warm clothes that you can put on under your existing or over top of your existing clothes that's going to keep you warm. Should you have to either A, stick it out in your car with your car off, or B, walk home. Right? Now, most people, when they get stranded like this from home, they usually, what you think, like 7 to 10 miles most of the time away. It might be a couple of hours walk. Let's say it like that. Right? Let's just say a 25-minute ride home is the equivalent of like a 3-hour walk. You know, in some weather like that. You know, now if you're 25 miles from home, I don't know if you want to hoof it. Now, if you're within like 7 to 10 miles from home, you might want to chance it, right? Maybe you got your kids in the house. You got to make sure they good. It's too fucking cold. You need to make sure that they good. You can't get a hold of them or whatever. You got to make it home. Make sure you can walk it home. If these people can hike and climb Mount Everest in that type of weather and be good with it, you should be able to walk home in a blizzard. You know what I mean? I know we all rail against the face masks. Get you some gaiters. They got insulated gaiters. You can pull up over your face and keep your face warm and shit like that. But like I said, keep warm clothes, warm boots. Keep a get home bag just in case you gotta hoof it home, or you get stuck in your car and you gotta stick it out in the car. All right. Home. Make sure you got food rations. Make sure you got food rations. I just showed you can go on Amazon and get those little dense nutrition bars. Just type in like MREs in the Amazon thing, or get a bug out food or whatever, and it'll pop up. Right? Get some canned goods, get oodles and noodles or something like that. Something that you guys can eat until help comes or the power comes back on. Get some kind of heat source that's not electric. Get some non-electric heat source. Like I said, you got kerosene heaters. That's a nice cheap alternative. Go to your nearest Tractor Supply or Ace Hardware or wherever and get yourself a kerosene heater. or something like that that runs on some kind of fuel that ain't going to fucking make y'all pass out. If you got a couple extra bucks, a generator. Get you a generator. I think Handy Bob said he got a 3,500 watt generator. That's good enough. That'll run quite a few things in the house. Make sure that generator has a dryer outlet on it so you can bag feed your house. Like I said, and leave the generator outside because it's got gas. It's an engine, guys, with exhaust. Before you turn on that generator with that dryer outlet, turn off all your breakers, turn your main one back on, and only turn on the breakers that you need to make it through. Also, secure your generator before that shit walk in the middle of the night with a neighbor. All right. Make sure. Put a ring light, or I'm not a ring light, but like a ring camera or a blink camera in the window, so that shit can pick up some motion just in case you need to go outside and meet your neighbor with your AR. Get some thick ass chain with one of them security locks that you can't break. Keep that shit secure. Keep that shit secure so it can't walk nowhere. All right. Make sure you got a water source, clean water. All right. Just things that are common sense things. I would say common sense, or these are just tips that we're trying to give you guys to weather the storm. Pardon the pun. Because we don't want to hear about people passing away. Like the story that made me stop and look at the news, they said it was like a 23-year-old girl that she died in her car.
22?
22, thank you. Died in her car. She died in her car. Waiting for help.
Yeah.
That shit's sad.
Buffalo.
Yeah, heartbreak.
And the other one was the man that fell down in the snow. You see that one too?
No, I ain't see that one.
So the man was walking home, I guess, and he had went out for something. I don't know what he went out for, and then he was walking back home or whatever, and they found him later face down in the snow.
Damn. Think he might have had a heart attack and fell?
Nah, he died. They thought he just succumbed to the cold. We got the tax season about to come up too, so you can get a few of your supplies at a time.
Yeah.
Here and there, instead of getting something super expensive, put away. If you keep putting away a few at a time, then you'll have all your prep stuff ready so that you can get have your little prep closet ready, little prep bag.
Yeah, that's right.
Get it all together a little bit at a time until you got it all knocked out.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Queen D said, camper propane stove. Those are good to have. Get that.
Oh yeah,
get the portable,
they don't cost that much.
Portable chargers.
Yeah. Portable
chargers, like what Sauce said. I've got that. So I've got a couple portable chargers ones, and we got a couple of the ones that are for rechargeable solar ones.
Yeah, I got a couple of those. Yeah, I got a couple of those too. Yeah, and again, they don't cost a whole lot. The propane like you said, camper stoves, they don't cost a whole lot. You can get a cheap one from Walmart. They sell them at Walmart with the little small propane cylinders that you use with it. All right.
Yeah.
You can heat up some water.
And all that. When the lockdown happened, all that stuff was gone, and plus, it was like limited, and they had it like sectioned off, and it said "Do not touch" or something in this area. Did they do that out there in your spot too?
No, I live in a
camper.
I live too close to the I live too close to Baltimore City. Them dummies don't know what to do. They wasn't about to go buy none of that.
Yeah, the camper stuff.
I went in the camp section at Walmart. All that shit was still there. All that. In
your spot, it was all there, huh?
All the MREs was still there.
What?
All that shit was still there. The propane.
At the height of it.
At the height of it. They was all worried about the grocery section.
Goodness.
The camper stoves, the propane was still over there. Those small little propane joints were still over there. The MREs, I guess, you pour the hot water and make the food. The MREs was still over that bitch. I was rolling. I said, all these motherfuckers out here buying all this shit. They leaving all this chilling.
ours was wiped out, as was the whole section with all the weights in it, the free weights, the dumbbells, the bars, all that.
I didn't understand none of that shit.
The barbells and all that were gone.
Ain't even gonna lie, I did take the opportunity to make my fucking garage gym that time too. but yeah,
Everyone was like, shoot, no more gym. I'm gonna buy my own home gym. I'm getting weights.
Oh man, I was sitting there. Joe Beer says, "Oh yeah, a basic first aid kit is easily overlooked, but it's essential and keeps." Yeah, you're right. Now I did bring it up inside the bag. We got a first aid kit in your bag, but you want to have a first aid kit in the house, guys. You got to have a first aid kit in the house. Also, I think it's a good resource is to learn CPR. Learn CPR. You know what I mean? You hear about these people having heart attacks and shit, shoveling snow. I don't know if I'll be out there shoveling shit. I'm like, yo, we got a whole blizzard here. What the fuck y'all out there shoveling? Let the blizzard end first before we go out here and start trying to get the shit out of here. I get trying to stay on top of it, so that way you don't got a lot to do. But come on, if you in poor health and you like 60, or if you took the Fauci juice, guys, chill. But like I said, guys, please, guys, be prepared. Be prepared. It's not just for end of days shit. It's for shit like this. It's for shit like this, and it still goes. Same goes for extreme heat. We saw it in Texas. Texas was having rolling brownouts. Goes for the same thing in Texas, guys. Just be prepared for whatever. Be prepared for whatever. When you go to the grocery store, grab a couple extra cans, throw them in the tote. That shit add up. Get a couple extra cases of water, put them in the basement. That shit adds up. You know what I mean? Go look at My Patriot Supply. Go grab a fucking regular book bag. Go grab you a Jan Sports book bag or something like that, and throw some some get home stuff in there. Go a little first aid kit, a flashlight, a phone charger. You know what I mean? Throw a couple of them little calorie bars in there. You know what I mean? Keep an extra duffel bag full of clothes, or keep a nice pair of comfortable shoes that you know you can walk for a while in. You know what I mean? Because you never know what's going to happen, guys. We living in strange times right now. Apparently, China been flying their planes over Taiwan, like doing war drills over Taiwan, and we already know they want smoke with Taiwan. And Nickel Slick, we don't know if he gonna go try to make that another lucrative move for the United States or not. So we all got to be prepared for this shit.
Yeah.
Ronan says, don't forget the portable solar powered kit. I have one myself. Even had a radio on it with USB plugs, and it's a game changer. Yeah, we touched on that with the bag. The bag had that in there too. But yeah, again, Walmart got the shit for cheap, guys. You probably could build your own bag for cheaper. Me, I'm lazy. I was like, oh, this is a good base. Got one, and then just build and expand on it. You know what I mean? So, just like I said, guys. Also, the most important thing, you don't want to get all this shit, right? You don't want to get all of this stuff, right? Let's just say, because people get desperate, right? Because what they said they was doing in New York, they out there motherfucker looting. They looting right now. Get something to protect yourself and the things that you have acquired to make it through said hard time. Because you're going to have marauders and home raiders come in and take your shit when they get desperate. When people get desperate, they do some crazy shit. Please, guys, protect your chicken. Get something to protect your chicken. I'm not going to say that, it got to be a firearm. But you know how I do. You know what I mean? But get something to protect your stuff. You don't want to go out here. And acquire all this shit only for somebody to come take that shit from you and go, thank you. Man. You know what I mean? Leave you hanging. Get something to protect everything that you acquired. Get something to protect your family, because, y'all think The Walking Dead, is all fiction, but a lot of that shit, that when people get desperate, we see it now with all this, they start breaking into shit, they start marauding. You don't want to be a victim. Don't be a victim. Like J.R. Bell just said, stay strapped. Stay strapped. So it says hashtag Rambo.
Hashtag Rambo.
Yeah, so but anyway, guys, that's my tips, guys. Feel free to send this out to everybody you know. And hopefully we can make people more aware and more conscious of like these things can happen. I don't care where you are. We've seen it happen. Like I said, Texas ain't never seen no weather like that. You know what I mean? So Queen D says Cannon don't have that name for nothing. Natalie says keep the powder dry. Thanks, guys. So, but anyway, hey yo, so I saw that movie you was talking about. Knives Out, what's it called? Glass Onion?
Okay. You see the movie Glass Onion?
Yeah, I saw Glass Onion. I liked it.
Oh, you liked it?
Yeah, I did. I liked it. I saw some symbolism in it. I saw a lot of symbolism in that movie, bro.
Look, we talking it today or we talking another time?
We'll talk it another time. We running past the hour.
Get into it. We'll get into Glass Onion another time. The new movie. I'll give you a chance for everyone in the chat to go check it out too. New movie just dropped on Netflix. It's got Daniel Craig and Dave Bautista and is it Goldie Hawn's daughter?
Is that yeah, she like Goldie Hawn. She look exactly like Goldie Hawn now that you say that.
Man, you know what Hollywood is missing out on putting those two together in a comedy, man. That would be gold. They could make some classic movies with those two in it. Yeah. Mother-daughter movies? Shoot.
Goldie Hawn dead, ain't she?
Goldie Hawn alive and well. You got the Mandela effect with Goldie Hawn.
Hold on. I thought Goldie Hawn passed away, bro. I thought Goldie Hawn passed away.
Where's your little do-do-do-do-do-do?
Bro, I thought she passed away from cancer, yo.
For you.
I thought she
alive and well.
Bro, I thought she passed away from cancer, man.
Did she?
You sure
in a Mandela alive, world, bro? She did.
I guess she's still alive. Wow.
Cannon got to see the Sinbad movie.
Who else am I gotta be thinking
or whatever.
I must be thinking about somebody else. So I swear Goldie Hawn passed away. August 31st, 2022. What's this? Rip. Was it a? You sure, yo? Yeah, she's still alive. I don't know. Yo, I swear she died, yo. I could have swore she died, bro.
It was Goldie Hawn that passed away, you thought?
I thought Goldie Hawn passed away. Is it somebody else I'm thinking of that was in her? Maybe
Betty White?
Was it Farrah? Maybe it was Farrah Fawcett I'm thinking about. But when did
Farrah Fawcett passed away?
When did Farrah Fawcett die?
What was it, 2000 something, 19 or something?
Maybe I'm thinking about Farrah Fawcett. I mean, not wish death. I ain't wishing death, but I mean, not fucking kill.
Kirstie Alley. Kirstie Alley died too.
Kirstie Alley? No, she didn't. Kirstie Alley
passed away.
When? She was just in something.
Shoot, Kirstie Alley just died like last week or something like that. Queen D brought it up in the chat.
Oh, hold on. She died a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
What?
That's why they're asking you. They're asking you thinking of Kirstie Alley?
No, I wasn't thinking of Kirstie Alley. I think I was thinking of Farrah Fawcett. I'm gonna think about Farrah Fawcett.
Okay, Farrah Fawcett. All right then. Yeah, Goldie Hawn. She alive and well, and her daughter's in that movie Glass Onion.
Yeah, she played the girl Birdie, right?
I guess they both looked alike, so I didn't know who was who.
Yeah, damn. I didn't know Kirstie Alley passed away, December 5th, 2022. Damn, that's crazy. Didn't know that, but yeah, I think I'm thinking of Farrah Fawcett. It wasn't the Mandela effect. I was thinking about Farrah Fawcett.
I know. I thought. You know what?
Hold on, Farrah Fawcett died in 2009. So yeah, I gotta be thinking about Goldie Hawn, bro. Damn, I don't know. God damn, y'all killing me right now. Farrah Fawcett, she died June 25th, 2009.
I know a character a Mandela effect character that I knew had passed away was James Cromwell, but he's alive and well.
Oh, wait, James Cromwell.
You know, look up James Cromwell real quick. The man, I'm pretty positive that from what I recall.
Oh, that's the guy from 24. He played Jack Bauer's dad or something like that in 24. Or something
Was
like
he?
that. Yeah.
He was in 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recall him being gone like in 2017 or 18 or something like that.
I kind of vaguely remember that. He was 6'7"? God damn.
But he's alive and well. He ain't never passed away.
That's interesting. I feel like I remember him passing too, but I could be wrong. I don't really know. I know who he is though. He's a good actor. I like him. Anyway.
I recall him passing.
Bruh. I'm telling you, this Mandela shit is it's crazy.
Because when I found out that he was still up, I was like, what? How? He passed in 2017, didn't he? Or 2018? No, it was 2017.
I'm not thinking about Olivia Newton-John, Queen D. I swear, it might have been Goldie Hawn. Bro, I don't know. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Oh, these smokes. Anyway. You got anything else, Jay?
Nah, I think that Mandela effect is doing some weird stuff ever since they popped open that CERN joint. Because I was like, how did Cromwell come back to life? That man passed away in 2017. How is Goldie Hawn
still alive? God damn it!
See, you're from a different spot than I am. Then
might be.
Goldie Hawn stayed alive.
Maybe. I don't know, golly mighty. I don't know,
like,
bro.
Who was that? Emmanuel said Jay's from 616. Kenneth over here from 959.
Right, exactly, bro.
Different Earth dimension.
I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate you guys rolling with us. If you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon to let you know when I got new content coming out. Please, 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 please share this stream. I'll let people know we live, man. Because you know YouTube, they ain't putting out my notifications. They ain't put one out tonight. Did they? Maybe they did. Let's see. Nope.
Check.
They ain't put shit out. They ain't put a thing out.
Cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded. But guess who else ain't put one out? Rumble ain't put nothing out either. What's up with that? Anyway. For Cannon and Jet, for Jesus, I can't even talk. For Jay Pylons, Cannon, Hotep saying, stay safe, stay well, stay strapped, get prepared, people. You never know when this shit gonna hit us. We holla at y'all.
So relax and take notes.